All right, hey people, Russ Jensen. So it's 6:20 p.m. the 22nd day of January, 2019. So I'm a little bit early because we're gonna kind of knock off early tonight because we're getting close to finishing. I'm gonna go bowling with my son Jason and Steven. They've been working super hard for quite a long time and working on a bunch of tools that we've developed for our team. Um, and primarily a lot of content for social media posting because that's a big part of our strategy on what we're doing, how we're going to be building our business, utilizing these social media tools, but teaching people how to do it properly. So, and that kind of brings me to my topic for this evening is about this whole process of providing people invitations to look at our information and that kind of this little process because it's a well-known fact, a statistically proven fact, that it's somewhere between 5 to 7, maybe even 10 exposures for a person to make a buying decision or a decision to maybe join you as a business partner. And that's in any field. It doesn't really matter if it's just network marketing, home-based businesses, traditional retail. I think they pummel you the crap out of you with advertisements, the same thing over and over and over because it requires that much input. So then the question becomes is perhaps we need to look at what we're doing. So if we're just going up asking people, that even people that we have a relationship with, of hey Bob, what's going on? I've got this new business thing going on, go take a look at it. And wondering why it is that they're not really being receptive to us. They're not going to look at it. Yeah, they might tell you yes, okay, but it's because we haven't laid the proper foundation yet for us to be able to even ask the question of if I could, would you? Because we haven't really determined what a need that they might have. And even if we've established that, we haven't planted any other seeds there. We haven't provided ourselves any additional information that's going to validate our opportunity, our offer to them. So what we begin doing then is prior to really even asking that question of if they would take a look at this information, we're providing them with links to news articles, magazines, let them know about some documentary that might be on someplace. A newscast on the television, on the news reports, there's all the time. Bloomberg, a lot of different financial channels that we can then get good, solid, reputable, validated information that's relative to gold, the gold markets, cryptocurrency, banking, all the things that are kind of peripheral to Karatbars-It network marketing things also. But if we're providing them several of those prior to asking the question, so that we also then gives us an opportunity to have a conversation about, hey, what do you think about that article? Gives us some common ground, some things that we can begin talking about with one another, and provides us a way to look for an opening to then ask them to take a look at the information. So once we've done that, we've asked them, they've taken a look, we follow up with them. Do we just immediately begin answering all their questions? Do we? Because that's the biggest mistake people have also. Now, I'm not saying that you don't answer questions. You answer one or two, but the standard answer, and what we're training our people now to do, is to say, hey, look, Bob, I understand you've got questions, and in order to make sure that you get the best information, the most factual information, and have other questions that you might have answered properly, let's see if I can get you on a call with one of the team specialists. Now, we've got a group of individuals that we've been working with and training to kind of handle this part of it, the answering questions, handling the objections, kind of helping people through the whole registration process, so that you don't have to, because first of all, you don't want to become the expert. You don't need to become the expert. In fact, we don't want you answering questions really a whole lot, because then that's not duplicatable. Other people that you're bringing on then might think that they have to be able to answer all those questions like you did. And then utilizing the power of a third-party expert outside adds additional validity because there's somebody else involved in it besides just you. So now what we've done from the very beginning, we're providing a lot of third-party validation to our offer, to the Karatbars products, to the Karatbars opportunity, because we're providing information that's taken from the mainstream or other sources in social media, news, more traditional sources that people have associate with validity. So that's what we begin doing. And so the process is still, getting people to get in front of the information, but we have to begin now, once again, creating our process, our rules, our standard operating procedure, our SOP, on how we operate. Part of that should be providing information, third-party information, to your prospective customers and business partners, and also to your existing team members and existing customers, so that we're constantly providing validation for them that's being validated by somebody else, a third-party expert. So we've created a system now that we're just finishing up now, that's part of this whole social media content, all kinds of content, a procedure, a step-by-step guide on how to go about doing certain things on social media, Facebook and Instagram, utilizing this content that we've created, which is all predicated upon third-party information, articles, videos, magazine articles, newspaper reports, different things that we then tie to the link that we can then utilize to push people to the information. And then we've established a protocol so that when you're doing the follow-up with your customers, your potential business partners, it's not you answering the questions or trying to handle the objections. It's somebody else. So we've created a little scheduling program so that even right then you can then ask them, hey, what's a good time I can have Russ get a hold of you? So we pre-schedule that ahead of time so that everybody has the opportunity then to be prepared. And it saves us from the onslaught of just a barrage of phone calls coming in at all kinds of hours, because we are busy. We have other aspects of the project that we're working on. So that's what we're trying to do. Now, some people say, hey, you got to get them when they're hot, but I'm much more along the lines of, hey, let's schedule things, let's be professional, let's bring people on board in a proper way, because it provides that same kind of structure for them when they're building their business. So that's my conversation for today. We're going to go knock off, go have a little fun. We're going to go bowling and hang out over at Fat Caps here in Salt Lake City. So love everybody. I'll come back and talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night.